ladies and gentlemen, you can't have Trump underestimate a crisis if you don't have a crisis. Lawrence Tribe needs to provide a motive, because a motive, although not necessarily, if you kill someone, you do it, it's still a legal case regardless, right, Joe? The motive is important, but it's not everything. But motive is important in politics. Why, Joe? Because it diminishes political capital. And if you can provide a motive as to why Trump may have done something and underestimated this massive crisis that the media wants you to believe we're in, if they need a motive, because that motive, if it's malicious, will destroy President Trump and make him look like an evil person. Let's read this tweet from Lawrence Tribe. What if we were to learn that Trump suppressed scary information re COVID-19 and the federal response in January, Joe, to postpone the economic turndown until it could no longer endanger his Senate acquittal? Retweet if you wouldn't be surprised by his making that trade-off. Oh, here we go. Motive alert. By hapless hack Lawrence Tribe, Nancy Pelosi, surrogate brain. Narrative number one that they're going to use going forward, sub A, Trump underestimated the crisis, despite the fact that the media themselves and everyone else involved in this in January had no special information. Neither did Trump about this. And they're claiming they did, and that Trump was the one who dropped the ball. I have the receipts, as always, so don't you worry. Here's receipt number one. Here's Jerry Nadler, yes, who was involved directly as a committee chair in the whole impeachment hoax, preoccupied in January and February with impeachment while the Wuhan virus was raging, getting ready to wreck our economy. Here's hack Jerry Nadler, Democrat hack, liar, loser, collusion hoaxer Jerry Nadler, in a congressional hearing being asked a question by, I believe, Debbie Lesko about Trump's travel ban from China. Now, because Jerry Nadler, Joe, and Lawrence Tribe and Nancy Pelosi had special information about the dangers, and Trump underestimated the danger, Joe, not them. I'm sure Jerry Nadler's answer to the question about Trump's travel ban from China to stop the Wuhan virus from coming here, Joe, I'm sure his answer is going to be, this is sound policy. This is a smart move. I don't agree with President Trump, but good move because we've got info. This could be dangerous. Joe, that's the answer, right?
Yeah, right. That is the answer, yeah.
Of course. Now, Joe gets to cheat because he already knows what the answer is, but was that really the answer? Is Joe messing with us? Am I messing with you? Let's hear Jerry Nadler himself. Check this out.
Chairman Nadler, you stated just before that the president appropriately used 212F authority for the coronavirus response, but did not. Oh, you didn't say that?
No.
Okay.
I said he's used it many times appropriately.
Do you think then that it is appropriate under 212F for the COVID-19 response?
Let me, no, I don't, because it's irrational and doesn't help public health.
Hat Tip Media Research Center on that little gem. Now, Joe, you were faking us. Come on. So was Jerry Nadler, come on, saying something that actually makes sense? Give me a break, folks. You must have known I was kidding with you.
Yeah.
Joe, I thought he knew. Wait. I thought the Lawrence Tribe narrative is Trump undersold this crisis, missed the ball, dropped the ball. Everybody knew this was going to be a crisis but Trump. Trump should be impeached. And Trump did it because he was trying to avoid being impeached the first time. Because if he told you how bad the crisis Jerry Nadler clearly knew about, was going to be, it would crush the economy during his impeachment trial. And then the Senate Republicans would turn on him and definitely impeach him. There you go. Jerry Nadler knew, Joe, despite the fact that Jerry Nadler knew absolutely squat.
Bingo.
Now, Joe, the media, how smart they are. I mean, they're always ahead. I mean, Joe, me and you, two dopes. I mean, the former cop and audio engineer. What do we know? I mean, we only wrote a couple of books and did shows on Spygate and Exonerate where we called this scandal 3 years ago. The media told us we were crazy, but that's okay. Clearly, we're the morons. The media is really smart. The media, which has highlighted themselves in this crisis for being the most useless morons society has to offer up. I'm not kidding. They are... I have to, because I'm so beyond furious with these media losers. But clearly, since Jerry Nadler had a heads up about how dangerous this was, it dreaded air quotes, the media knew too it was Trump who, although he instituted a travel ban and was warning the American public, right? Granted, the response wasn't perfect. I'm not saying that. I'm not some kind of golden calf sycophant. Clearly, no one saw what was coming. In many respects, people in the White House as well. But that's not the Democrats' story. Their story is like, yeah, we had special information and Trump didn't. He should be be investigated. Well, here's the media geniuses now attacking Trump. Geniuses, the smartest among us. Again, warning us about how dangerous this is going to be, right, Joe? Because they're so smart. Here are their warnings saying, folks, this is coming. Be very careful. Here's a supercut hat tip. Tom Elliott, the great Tom Elliott over at Grabian. Here is this is a Free Beacon. I'm sorry, Free Beacon, hat tip, Free Beacon. Got to get your hat tips right. Here is the media supercut of them clearly warning us about the dangers ahead. Check this out.
In late February, President Trump began downplaying the coronavirus by likening the illness to the seasonal flu.
People are like, I think I have the flu. Could it be the coronavirus? Overall, most people should not be terribly concerned about it. You definitely want to pay attention.
Should they panic?
No, Americans do not need to panic. What I would suggest, however, is that Americans take this as a wake-up call for seasonal flu.
Flu is a much bigger deal.
There's an important context we need to keep this in, and that is that the flu is more deadly.
Maybe this is a good opportunity to remind people of that.
Such a good reminder.
And while there's a lot of fear over this coronavirus, the flu is already widespread in the U.S., and it really is much more deadly, is it not?
Coronavirus is not going to cause a major issue in the United States. We're going to have 40 to 60,000 deaths this year in the United States from the influenza, and it's preventable.
And there are only 12 confirmed cases of coronavirus here in the state.
The risk is low. The risk, however, for the flu is through the roof.
Health warning from doctors why they say people should be more worried about the flu than the coronavirus.
Half of the people in America do not get a flu shot, and the flu right now is far deadlier. So if you're freaked out at all about the coronavirus, you should be more concerned about the flu.
Yeah, the
There
Illuminati.
it is, Joe.
Yeah, baby.
There it is, the media warning us how dangerous this was going to be. Of course, that's not what the media was doing in January, because the media had no special information, just like the White House didn't either. Because although Donald Trump, I believe, has been an effective president during this crisis, Donald Trump cannot predict the future, ladies and gentlemen. He's not Karnak from the Johnny Carson show. So narrative number one, Trump didn't see this coming, but we all did. Impeach him, investigate him. Destroy him at the ballot box. In conjunction with their media loser idiots who keep parroting this narrative, is clearly false. What they're accusing Trump of, underestimating this crisis, which he didn't, they did themselves, and we have the receipts for you right there.
You just heard The Dan Bongino Show. You can also get Dan's podcasts on iTunes or SoundCloud. And follow Dan on Twitter 24/7 @DBongino.